The Clark County School District will soon be looking for a new superintendent. Superintendent Pat Skorkowski announced he will retire next summer in June 2018 after 30 years with the district. Skorkowski was clear that he is not resigning and that he is leaving on his own terms. Inside Education's Kathy Topp had the opportunity to sit down with the superintendent after the big announcement. And Kathy, the superintendent has his supporters, but he also has his critics.
Well, being superintendent is a very political job, of course, but the superintendent has come under fire recently by some for the district's budget crunch. But he says that's not why he's retiring. This is something that he's been planning. Skorkowski is making the announcement now because he says he has an opportunity to, quote, tell the real story about how Nevada funds education. So is this a tough decision for you?
Extremely difficult decision. I've been in school since I was 5 years old, and it will be hard to not have to get up and go to school when I'm done with this job. And it's one of those things where you put your life's work into a 30-year period, and you look back and you're like, where did it all go?
Because you started your career here at CCSD as a teacher, correct?
I did. I started as a first grade teacher here at CCSD. It was a great experience. Best decision I ever made in my entire life was to come here and work with the students in Las Vegas.
Although he will have held the district's top job for 5 years when he retires this summer, we witnessed firsthand many times how Skorkowski's teaching instinct is never far away.
Score. Cow. Ski. So my name is Mr. Skorkowski.
What are you most proud of?
Several things. Our graduation rate is up again this year, which is fantastic. Our advanced placement, getting kids college credits so that they get it in high school before they go to college. The magnet schools is another great one.
But for every success, there are setbacks. Most recently, the budget crisis. District leaders are facing a $60 million deficit. Skorkowski's public announcement came shortly after heavy criticism from union leaders. You made a special point when you made your announcement to say that this was your decision and your decision alone. Why make that point?
I think it's important to let people know there's always controversy around a superintendent, especially in Clark County. And I wanted people to know that it was time to change the conversation away from me to get it back on the real issues that we really needed to focus on, which are our budget deficit, the reorganization, all the work that we need to get done. But I needed also to let the board know that they have 10 months in which to find a replacement. And as we've seen in the past here in Clark County, sometimes that's not always easy.
When you made your announcement, I'm going to quote you here, you said, "Announcing my retirement now will allow me to speak more clearly and address some key problems and problem makers head on without holding back, so listen up." Those are pretty strong words. Is there anyone in particular you're talking to?
I think over the coming months, you'll actually see who I'm talking to. I think we have to be very strong getting ready for the 2019 legislative session. And I didn't want this 10-month period of me being just finishing up my time to be a waste of time. I think it needs to be at a very aggressive time where we can lay out the 2019 legislative agenda. I think we need to address any barriers to the reorganization, whether they're internal or external. And I think we need to work to leave this district in an even better place than it is right now by the end of June.
Well, let's talk about the place where the district is in, because there's been a lot of talk about the budget crisis. You admitted to some mistakes when it comes to the budget crisis, but you said there are major problems with the funding formula. So what needs to be changed, and can it be changed?
The funding formula has to be changed. It was established in 1967 in a time where the counties were of equal population and we were very homogeneous. We are an extremely diverse community in Southern Nevada. We have to budget and expect to be funded for the students that we have today, not the students that were here in 1967.
What do you see as the future for the Clark County School District?
I see an exciting time. I see a time where schools are truly trying to engage their parents to make the best decisions for their populations. I see the community hopefully rallying around the Clark County School District instead of making Clark County School District a target in the future. I hope that I can, for the next person, leave them the opportunity to be able to really work with community members to get ready for that 2019 legislative session so that they can deal with the underfunded mandates that we have every year, that they can potentially restore the $750 million in cuts that we've made since 2008, so that we can truly educate the students that we have in our classrooms today and make a difference for the state of Nevada and the economy in Southern Nevada.
But there are a lot of politics. I mean, you make it sound nice and rosy and rainbows and sunshine, but there are a lot of politics, especially when it comes to funding and money.
There are a lot of politics. I'm not chasing a unicorn here. I understand, but it can happen. We have to get Southern Nevada legislators to truly understand that they can't make decisions that are going to impact the funding for our students and for the rest of the state.
If you could sit face to face with whoever takes this job after you and give them one piece of advice, what would you tell them?
When you start the job, it is important to lay the groundwork for balance in your life. That's one thing I have failed miserably at, is the balance between the personal and the professional. This job will consume you. There will be days that you could work 24 hours for several days straight and never get all the work done. So you have to really understand the system of the Clark County School District and how you can use it to make sure that you can find balance in your life.
We also asked Skorkowski about advice for the Board of Trustees on finding his replacement. His response: be open-minded for what you're looking for. Maybe it's someone local, maybe it's not. Maybe it's a career educator, or perhaps it's a business leader or a CEO.